I'm a writer and I'm not scared of AI, and neither should you. Before moving forward, if you have a short attention span, please leave this video because you will not see fancy animations and heavy visuals in here. You will see quality, in depth information, and at the very end, I'm going to show you what a blog post that I wrote after spending 8 to 9 hours of research, editing, and proofreading looks like and what these AI tools come up with. Right now, you are seeing two pieces of sets, one of which is written by ChatGPT and one is written by an AI tool. Can you figure out which one is written by AI and which one is written by human? I'm pretty sure 99% case you have identified that this one is written by ChatGPT because of the lingo, because this is not how humans talk. And this brings me to the very first point of why I am not scared of AI. And that is, it is not human. At the end, it's a machine. Now you say that you can humanize the text and we can do this or that. Now that's all right. But I just did an experiment in front of you. You yourself were able to identify whether it was by AI or not. So if I do A to Z from AI, that's easily identifiable. But if I do the A to Z draft from AI and then I redo it from Z to A, you cannot identify it because the human touch is there, which no model can give you, whether it be GPT 4.0, whether it was GPT 3.5 or GPT 3. You can't get it from there on. AI and automated content has been there for a while. And by now, our brain has recognized the pattern, like how ChatGPT works, what kind of words ChatGPT use. Because ChatGPT has that kind of vocabulary, which as normal humans, it is kind of impossible for us to say. What is evangelism? When was the last time you used this word? But ChatGPT is gonna come up frequently with it. And that's easily identifiable. Now the problem is, and the number one reason why this narrative is so hyped up that writers are going to be replaced. No, I am not replaced so far. Whatever marketing campaigns I am running, I am not replaced. I'm doing it on my own. I'm taking even help from these AI tools just in order to see what they come up with and how I can improve that, or whether, like, it's not that AI is always crappy. They do come up with something really good at times, but in 90% cases, it's utter garbage. It's useless. And this brings me to the next point, and that is, you cannot actually replace the human brain. There have been times when I was supposed to create a marketing campaign where we were having a budget of $10 or $20,000. I had to write down sales copies. I had to write down the product pitches. I had to get done with the white paper. And in all of this, ChatGPT was literally of no use to me. Now, before you jump onto the ship and say that you don't know how to get prompts, like, I do know how to get prompts. I have been working with early age AI companies where I have access to those beta tools which are not even public yet. But you are failing to understand because you have made up your mind, and this fear is implanted deep into your brain that you are replaceable, whereas actually you are not replaceable. The point and the sole thing this narrows down to, it is that if you do not know how to use ChatGPT for your own good, how you can make more money out of it, how you can deliver results from the content that ChatGPT drafts give you, then the problem is not ChatGPT. And then, if this is the case, you definitely can be replaced by anyone. That can be literally any person who knows a little bit basics of AI. Now, I was anti-AI for a long time, but when I started giving this tool a shot, it was actually good. And you have to adopt to these changes because in the service-based industries, changes are like flus. They come up every month. Another important element when these people who spread the narrative that AI is going to replace writers, they forget is that we are writers. We are humans. We live our life every day. And every day we just do not live our life. We face different experiences that we can bring in front of other people who can then relate with our experiences, and that's how we bring that relatability factor. Content writing is never about just writing. It's a storytelling format where you actually connect with the other person. Understand this thing. If you are a writer and so far you have thought that, okay, I write for SaaS businesses, I just sell their software to businesses. No, you are not doing that. Like, that's a part of your job, but that's not the whole thing. What you are doing is, as a human, You are getting into the head of another human. You are telling the other person, in this case it would be the business because SaaS is mostly B2B. So you are telling the other person, or even if it is B2C, you are going into the head of the consumer or the business who is actually a human. And you are telling them that this is the problem you face on an everyday basis, and we have this software and this can solve it. Your chat GPT can't do it. And if it can, it will not have those experiences, the relatability, and the other human touch. I'm telling you again and again. It's not that like down the line, maybe after a few years, 2, 3, 4, 5 years, ChatGPT might be able to replace the ones who actually do not have a particular skill set. Or maybe it will replace guys like me too. You never know about technology, it advances. So I'm not taking a pro favor for the future. I'm talking about the present because the past has already happened. Future, you don't know. You don't know. Down the line, 5 years, who knows who will be where, and like there are a number of things that can happen. You have present, and in future it doesn't mean like in 6 months AI is going to be so much transformational that it's going to take your job. It has been here for around a year or two. It still didn't took my job. So I can speak on behalf of my experience. Like if you have any different thought, please write it down in the comment section, because I'm open to different thoughts, and that's how we actually have a healthy conversation. That's how a discussion should be. Pros and cons from both the sides, and then we can decide, yes, and we can actually mold our opinions too. So write it down in the comment section. What do you think? Is AI going to replace you or not? What's your take? I'd love to hear it. Do not ever think that your opinion doesn't matter, that too especially on YouTube. Because we have a lot of silent viewers here who are not going to react to this video, who are not going to like it, who are not going to subscribe to the channel, who are not going to comment. But what they are going to do is they are going to listen to me, and they are going to read the comments simultaneously side by side while listening to me, and they will keep on feeding information. So your opinion matters. Do not think that ChatGPT is a useless tool. If you have a cluster of information, if you have a plethora of information, like you got tons of pages of information, you can feed it into ChatGPT and you can actually minimize it, you can get a crux of it. So it's not useless. Where it becomes useless is when you have to sell out something, when you have to bring that human part, the human element. That's where it becomes absolutely useless. See the title of this video. You already know what the title is. Just tap on the screen and you will see the title. And now see what ChatGPT told me to write. So if I had taken these titles, I can bet you could have sensed it a mile ago and you would have never made it to this part of the video. And that's where my brain kicks in. And this is the same case with you on the other end of the screen. That's your brain. Your brain is your superpower. It's not some goddamn AI tool. Whatever job you do, whatever skill set you have, whatever the ways that you are earning money, it's not because of the machines. Like machines are a medium, but it's actually because of your brain. It's actually because of the choices that you are making. Another reason why I actually do not take these AI tools seriously is like I spend hours writing something. I do shit tons of research. I spend literally hours, maybe I pull an all-nighter session. So I stay up all the night, I do the research and I do everything. And when I put it in a chat GPT or some other plagiarism tool that is AI powered, it says that it is plagiarized. God damn, like right now, what you are saying is my efforts for a couple hours, good 4 5 hours, and this says that it is AI generated. Now I know it's not AI generated. You read it, you also know it's written by a human, but this goddamn tool, they are unreliable. And this is like I'm working with an AI company and we are trying to solve this issue, but the problem is this issue is not so easy to solve. There are many companies who are trying to solve this, but I can not speak much, but the technicalities, the stuff that goes into the backend and all the stuff that happens behind the scenes, that's actually very complex and it's not easy to figure out how this content was written, because these tools, they run on a set of guidelines, and if they filter out those words, those patterns and all that stuff, they will say that it is plagiarized. But you know it's not. What is actually happening in the freelance industry, and the only thing I can say is about the freelance industry, and the other industries, like I can have an opinion, but I prefer to restrict myself to things that I have personally tried and tested. So I'll talk about freelancing only. People have made AI the another hype train where they are going to sell you these prompts. Like, seriously, you are a well educated, literate human being. You need another human to tell you in simple English what you have to put as prompts in an artificial intelligence tool. Like, this is the very last thing I would be willing to spend my money on. I can try it myself, I can do it myself. It's not like sales that you are going to teach me some stuff that is gonna help me sell and build connections. You are telling me how I should put words that can generate results for an AI tool. And the main problem is with you. I'll be honest, like, I have nothing to gain from you, but the main problem is you and your attention span. Like, your attention span is so low that I can bet if 100 people started watching this video right now, there are only 2 people who are watching it. And if you are among them, congrats. You have a good attention span. In service based industry, attention span is the number one tool, number one skill set, number one distinguisher. And people do not have it. You are used to see this fancy animation popping from here, then another text popping up from here, then jittery fancy stuff going on here. No. And if you are watching it on 1.5x or 2x, dude, please leave it. Do not watch it at that. You are missing the whole crux. Because that's how in service based industry everything that goes in is here. You need to process the information in real time. You need to then absorb the information. You just don't need to get the information that you can forget after a while. While you listen to a human talking at his natural pace, your brain processes it and you absorb it and then you recall. If you have a good attention span, you would know what all you have done before clicking on this video. And if you don't have it, you need to recall, like, I did this, then okay, and that. Your attention span is screwed. And that's why it is so easy for anyone to come up to you and your feed and say you that okay, you are going to be replaced, and this fancy animation, this tracking and all that stuff, and okay, take my course, take these prompts and everything is going to be sorted. That's too easy. You are a target. As someone who has managed over 39 plus businesses, who has been a marketer for 18 plus projects, and who have managed over $100,000 in funds for marketing ops and all the content there, I can assure you, you are not replaceable until unless you are too dumb and you are too naive and you do not actually know what you are doing and you are not in here for full time. So, as I had told you, now we are at my screen, and on the left hand side, this is on my website. You can see it here. This is written by me. And on the right hand side, I have given this prompt, a very simple, basic one, keeping this topic really for Web2 users. And you can see it from the first line itself. The allure of cryptocurrency is undeniable. Like what? Like listen, imagine me saying this. The allure of freelancing is actually undeniable, and there is a reason you should use Chat GPT. Like, does it make sense? It doesn't. Like you like see the first action, first line of this and then of this. Side by side, there is no comparison. Now it's gonna teach you, like it can teach you static information, that's for sure, like if you can grasp it well. But I'll link both the things in the description. You see, like devote 2 minutes out of your busy schedule, go through both. You have no idea what P2P is, what anything else is, but you go through my website, then you go through this, like I'll put it in a Word doc, then you go through this, and you will see the difference. And it's gonna be of day and night. And that's actually my point, that AI can't actually replace you. And one other thing that I would like to know from you is this angle better? So should I shoot from here on? Or should I keep on continuing in the video format that you are going to see ahead? Okay, do let me know that in the comment section, because I'm generally thinking this looks good. This is very plain. So this is going to attract the people who have a high attention span. The low ones would see me like an uncle or someone in the late 40s who is just sitting in his room and with the floral bedsheet and stuff. But yeah, let me know. Okay, I'm waiting for your comments. Now let us get back to the topic. Okay, so if you haven't commented yet on the video, I have this thing going on, like whosoever comments on my videos till 7th of August, he is going to get something really crazy value. So you can get into it, get into the challenge by commenting under the video. And you can also follow me on my LinkedIn, because there I am active once again. and I'm sharing a lot of insightful stuff. So if you want to join it, you can join there. If you want to see the real way of pitching, the video is right up here. It's gonna teach you literally everything about how to pitch. It's a complete detailed breakdown video. So I'll see you there.